Hey, what's up, Sarah? I hope you're doing so very well. My name is Christa, and we, of course, got connected through the Triangle Subcontractors page. And so I, after you commented, I took a look at your website and decided to send you this video. There are just a few things I wanted to highlight and things that I think would be really helpful for you. About three key tips. And so, if by the end of the video you like what you've seen and you like what you've heard and you've got any questions or you would, or you just want to talk further, then please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to be of value to you in whatever way I can. If not, that's totally fine as well. Still, though, please feel free to take this video and use it just as a basis to really boost your business and bring in more customers for the services you guys offer. So, and I've got your website here pulled up. It'll just help you to follow along with me. And the three things I wanna cover very briefly is content, citations, and backlinks. And I'm going to explain more in detail what those three things are and just kind of lay it out plainly, so it's not hard to understand. And I actually want to give you something practical you can use. And so and practical tools that you can actually, implement and use for your business and for your website. So when I say content, I'm talking about everything here on the front page. So that includes the pictures, it includes the words, it includes what the pictures are saved as and what's even behind the picture. So Google actually pays attention to what your pictures are saved as. I know it sounds bizarre, but they watch websites like a hawk. They really do. And Google's algorithm honestly has changed, I would say, in the past 5 to 7 years. And it's changed in the sense that they really value content a lot more than they used to. And so there are a couple key standards that they have for content when looking at which sites to rank higher. And also, as I'm talking about these three key tips, I want us to see Google less as a search engine and more as a popularity contest. So with Google, the more the merrier. In high school, it was like the kid who had the most people come to his house party, right? That he was more popular because he had the most people come. So that's kind of the way it is with Google. So they like to see about 1,000 to 1,500 words of content on your front page. And the reason being is because they want to make sure that you have enough content to really present yourself as an authoritative source of information. And they want to make sure that you are including the information that potential clients go off of when trying to decide which business or which company to hire for the specific thing they need. And so, also that amount of content allows you to really optimize on keywords and capitalize on those really high volume, powerful keywords and key terms that potential clients are using when they go into Google and they type in a keyword for this type of search. So like for example, junk removal Raleigh, right? Or junk removal North Carolina, or poof be gone Raleigh, or those are keywords and key phrases that clients use when, like I said, searching for the type of business that you guys have. And so if you can have 1,500 words of content and you are capitalizing and you're optimizing on those keywords, your website will almost begin to act like a magnet that attracts those clients to your website and gets you guys in front of more eyes, for people to see, for people to click on, check you out. And so I really stress keywords because they're highly important. And when done well, they can make or break a website, to be honest with you, and make or break a business. So just a kind of compare and contrast thing I like to do is kind of look at some of the competition in the area. So I took a look at these guys in Raleigh. You may or may not have heard of them. McJunk. I automatically thought of McDonald's. Um, but McJunk. And I just kind of scanned their website and I scanned your website as well. And I came in here in word counter and I see that you guys have 509 words currently on your front page. And um, I put these guys in, I can see they have 1,227. Now, the reason I'm emphasizing front page is because think of it when you walk into a house, right? let's say someone invites you over for dinner and you walk into a house, that is like the first room you walk into is like first impression. And so I feel like Google almost wants to make sure that whenever customers click on your site, you're giving a good first impression by making sure everything they need is on that front page. And so they really give preference to front pages, believe it or not. So like I said, you guys currently have 509 words, and they have 1,227. So a really proactive thing you could do, just really practical as well, is go for 1,500 words. 1,500 words is totally doable, especially since you guys are already at 500. 1,500 words. Really capitalize on keywords. Begin to attract a lot of those clients to your site, and that will put you on the path to begin outranking these guys. Second thing I want to talk about pretty briefly, and I'm going to try to keep this brief because I know it's late as well, and I just want to be respectful of your time. But second thing I want to talk about is something called citations. Now, I came in here in Junk Removal Raleigh, and I put in Junk Removal Raleigh in Google, and first thing that pops up are the ads. Now, I never discourage people away from ads because almost anything helps, right? But ads can be a hit or miss because people have nowadays what's called ad blockers. They're adding them to their web browsers because unfortunately, a lot of people have had bad experiences with businesses that are in the ads. And so, because they're not up here necessarily because they're most excellent at what they do, they're up here because they paid to be here, right? And so, a lot of people have had negative experiences, and so they have ad blockers. So there is a chance that these guys that are advertising for Junk Removal Raleigh, a lot of their clients are not even seeing this. So it's kind of a hit or miss. And I like to do things that can almost guarantee results. But jumping down here, this is called the Google Map Pack. This is the organic section of Google. And so a citation is business name, business address, and business phone number listed in an online directory. So Google, of course, is a directory. Facebook is a directory. Let's see, Better Business Bureau, Yellow Pages. There's so many other directories online. And so the key with citations is the more citations you have, the higher up you will appear in this map pack and more consistently. Second thing is you want to make sure that all your information, all your citations, and all of your directories are accurate. And this may seem like a very basic, like no-brainer, but you would be surprised how many businesses actually get docked points in Google and move lower down on the totem pole per se because they have inaccurate information in different directories. Maybe a number changed or a location changed or business hours changed, right? We've seen that with COVID, a lot of business hours and just different things have changed. And so if that information is not consistent across platforms, Google kind of sees that as a less legitimate business. And so for citations, I use a tool called WhiteSpark, and this just helps me to see numbers and it helps me to not take shots in the dark. And if we're talking about beating out our competition, we want to know what we're up against, right? And so I put you guys in here in WhiteSpark, Poof Be Gone, and I saw that you have 7 citation sources. And I can also see how authoritative, like on a scale of 1 to 100, how much Google trusts those sources, right? And see we can see here all the URLs and everything. There's one URL that's not showing up, but it says you guys have 7. So you guys have 7. But we can see specifically every directory, right? So like if I go here, for example, see what this is. There we go. It's your Facebook page. So and I did the same thing for, let me see. I did the same thing for McJunk, and I see, okay, this is one of the reasons they're so high up in the Google Map Pack, right? They've got 36 citation sources. So what we do is we say, okay, they've got 36. Okay, to beat them out, let's be really proactive. Let's get 50. Let's get 75. Let's get 100. And like I said, you always want to be one step ahead of the competition. And citations are honestly one of the most doable things, not hard to do whatsoever. And I'm talking about crazy numbers of citations. Like, you think 36 is something. Like, I'm talking about 300, 400, 500. I'm just saying citations, it's a doable thing. And there are a lot of directories that want you to list your business there. So, let's see. Third and final thing I want to talk about is something called backlinks. Now, backlinks, pretty much think of it as like a website or platform, website, online platform, even a blog that has high authority, and they are sharing their authority with you, with your website. And because they're sharing their authority with your authority in Google is going up. And when I say authority, I mean the trust. How much Google trusts you is going up. And so right now I can see you have 13 referring domains giving you 45 backlinks. This should be showing me a domain rating score and a URL rating score on a scale of 1 to 100, but unfortunately it's not. And I can probably guess, yeah. So right here, even though you got 45 backlinks, none of those currently are what we call a do follow. So they're not passing back the authority and the power. You may have even heard of the term link juice. They're not passing the link juice back to your site that they should. So 4% of those are no follow, and 43 of those are redirect. And so, get some. The key would be getting some really good do follow links. Again, just like citations, not hard to do. And I've seen backlinks work like magic on people's online platforms. Like I've seen companies go from like 0.1 to like a 50 in like a matter of months because they had good authoritative backlinks. Like I said, honestly, like when this stuff is done well and by someone who knows their stuff, like it can really boost your business and bring in results. I'm a very results driven person, and so I like I said, I like numbers and graphs and all the all the nerdy stuff. But if it produces results, then I'm good. So well, that is pretty much all I've got for you. Um, Thank you so much for your time, Sarah. I hope this information was helpful, was valuable. Hope it's something you can use. I went a little bit over my time, but like I said, I wanted to give you something of value. So, yeah, I look forward to talking to you soon. All right, have a good evening. Bye bye.